Men, it's a film people are going to be talking about as they leave the cinema, for sure.
Hello.
Hi. I didn't really read it as a kind of horror when I initially read it. Obviously, there were things in it which were provocative in it, but and there is a kind of unnerving quality about it. But I think how Rob Hardy, Alex the cinematographer, and Alex have kind of wrapped this kind of English Richard Curtis, luscious kind of seductive countryside around that feeling is so clever and smart, and it is a kind of fable of sort. It invites you down the path, and then it kind of takes you places you don't expect to be taken. And I think it's more, I think Alex has described it as a kind of sense of horror than a horror.
But will it just be you staying, or
Excuse me?
Mrs. Muller?
No.
Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do.
Apple from the garden?
Yeah, it was delicious.
No. Mustn't do that. Forbidden fruit.
Oh, God, sorry,
I'm joking.
I knew Alex first as a novelist, and so I wondered if, like, making the switch from being a novelist in which you are in charge of every single moment of an audience's vision, whether all that would lead to a sort of a way of working that was quite prescriptive, and that he was wanted to be in control of everything else. But it turns out that's why he didn't want to be a novelist, because he enjoys the collaborative process of it all.
You're tormented.
It feels more like...
Haunted.
Yeah.
You realise early on the whole film was going to be asking questions with no sort of finality to it, and that it was, that he involved us in everything, and we therefore sort of had the confidence to be able to make as many suggestions, some of which obviously he didn't necessarily think fitted into his vision, but also he was always prepared to investigate suggestions seriously, and with the notion of how it would impact the whole.
I'll play a game. You hide, I'll see.
You must feel an awful sense of guilt.
Do you remember the first horror movie you ever saw in cinemas?
Probably we were too young. I mean, I think both of us have said we were too young to be watching them in cinemas, so it was probably from some dodgy VHS that someone had found. Mine was Friday the 13th, and Jessie's was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But she was inappropriately young.
I was.
I'm sorry to sound like an old fuddy duddy, but that's not what the father should have been showing it.
Jeffrey, is that you?
Thank you for watching Picture House Cinema's unique video content. Hit the subscribe button to be kept up to date with our movie news, cast and crew interviews, highlights, trailers, and lots more.